Hey, it's the Battle of the Brothers here in Millville tonight as we're at Ridgeline, and Ridgeline's going to play host to Mountain Crest. Yeah, we had that brother battle in the north end last week, and what a game that was between Green Canyon at Skyview. It was a little bit of an upset. Could this one tonight be an upset? If it's so, it would be monumental. And don't put it past Mountain Crest. They're only 3-15 on the season, but one of their wins was against Skyview. So that was a huge upset, and they want to try to do the same thing against Ridgeline here tonight. Ridgeline sitting pretty at the top of Region 11. They've won 5 in a row. In fact, the last time Ridgeline lost was an overtime game against Skyview. It was an 8-point loss in a game that was much closer than it looked. Last time out, Preston Lofthouse from Mountain Crest poured in 18 points to keep the Mustangs close for a little bit, but then Ridgeline ended up pulling away. Ridgeline's got all sorts of guns. Can Mountain Crest keep it close tonight or pull off the upset? We'll find out coming up next.
Goeiedag and hello. I am Rory Brosnan, your iFit guide, and we are in the beautiful, charming and wonderful country of the Netherlands, and this is the Holland Walking mini-series. We're going to have 5 walking tours together, in which we're going to delve into all things Dutch. We're going to walk on dikes and polders and see some windmills. We're going to traipse through a beautiful field of tulips, incredibly colourful and beautiful. We're going to explore the cobblestone streets of Monnikendam, a picture-perfect Golden Age town. And we're going to have 2 tours here in my home beloved city of Amsterdam. It's a beautiful way to explore the world and get your workout in from the comfort of your own home. All you have to do is sign up, jump on your machine, press play, and I'll take care of the rest. Hope to see you there.
Wendy's is saying thanks for making the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger America's #1 bacon cheeseburger by giving you more of what you love. Introducing Wendy's Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Double the beef, double the bacon, and now it comes in a giant meal for $5 with nuggets, fries, and a drink. There's absolutely nothing junior about it, except the price. Get Wendy's $5 Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger meal before it's gone.
Had a chance to talk with Coach Kyle Day earlier today and talk about this Ridgeline team a little bit. And hey, they're on a roll. And I asked him about the year just in general. And he said, it's really been an interesting year. He said, I was really interested to see how these guys might handle adversity. There's a lot of football players on this team, and they didn't have a whole lot of adversity during the football season. They were head and shoulders above everybody else. And he thought for the most part they have responded really well, and he's been really happy with how they responded to a tough preseason. 4 out of their 5 losses have been very close. And he thought, he said, in those games that we did lose, we learned something every single game. They've changed up some of their rotations since one of those losses, the last one against Skyview in overtime. Will Booth moved into the starting lineup, and Strat Simmons comes off the bench. And that's kind of helped them out with some of their rotations and different things. He said it's really been a good thing, and they hope to keep that going as they get into state. As far as Mountain Crest goes, he said, these kids play hard, and Coach Smith is doing just a great job. They're playing hard for him, and he is teaching them for the long term. You can tell that they're starting to build something out there in Hiram. He has a lot of respect for the Mustangs. Ridgeline, top of the region. We'll see if they can keep it up tonight on the Valley Channel.
Say the word base. Say the word mess.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. What you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's way better than fast food, it's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings, our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company, privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit, good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden, growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. KSM means music, music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria, we're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. Good evening and welcome to the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Tonight we're at Ridgeline in Millville as the Riverhawks play host to the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Ridgeline coming into the ball game at 14-5, 6-1 in region play. They're number 2 in 4A, pardon me. Mountain Crest only 3-15, but 2-5 in region play. And they had one game where they lost by a point in the last few seconds. They could easily be 3-4 and right in the mix for that third spot in region play. So both teams warm up out there. Mountain Crest is going to be wearing black. That's a new look for them tonight. Ridgeline in the whites. Ridgeline led, of course, by Caden Cox. He's number 3 in 4A in scoring at 15.8 per game, and he gets to the number 3 spot by virtue of a lot of three-pointers. He's number 1 in 4A in three-pointers made, almost 3 per game. He's taken 54 total three-pointers. That's the most in 4A, or hit 54 total, I should say, three-pointers, the most in 4A. And he's number 7 in assists in 4A. There's other kids on this Ridgeline team that are in that top 10. Knowles is number 2 in blocks. Strat Simmons, number 8 in assists. Knowles is 10th, and Smith is 13th in assists. Jackman, number 3 in 4A in rebounds. Knowles, number 8. So there's some players on this Ridgeline team. For Mountain Crest, Preston Lofthouse leads the way. He's number 6 in scoring in 4A, 15.2 per game, number 10 in rebounding, number 5 in steals. He's kind of their do-it-all guy, and he is an energy player. Lizer, number 15 in rebounds for Mountain Crest. As we get set for the starting lineups for both of these teams. Ridgeline won the last meeting 63-46. Mountain Crest 0 free throws in that ball game. Lofthouse had 18 points. Cox also with 18 points for Ridgeline. Jackman with 12 points and 10 rebounds. And these teams kind of going in opposite directions lately. Mountain Crest has lost 3 in a row. They lost by 1 to Bear River last Friday. Ridgeline's won 5 in a row. Their last loss was to Skyview, 71-63 in overtime on this floor. They've won 8 out of their last 10. And those 2 losses in that 10-game span came to Skyview and number 1, Snow Canyon. They lost at Snow Canyon by 3 points earlier in this season before region play began. So Ridgeline is a team to be reckoned with as the playoffs start.
Planning on attending UVU after graduation, Emma Henson.
They're getting ready for the national anthem here at Ridgeline, and one of the students will be singing it.
Whose broad strides and bright
national anthem here at Ridgeline. One more quick note about Ridgeline. 5 losses on the season. They lost to Timpview by 1 point, Fremont by 2 points, Snow Canyon by 3, Skyview by 8 in overtime, and Westlake by 13. The record of the teams they've lost to, 67% winning percentage, 60-29. They haven't had one of those inexplicable type of losses to a team they really should have beat. And they're hoping to be dialed in and not have that tonight against Mountain Crest. Oliver Nethercott, a 5'10 junior, will start for the Mustangs, as well as Preston Lofthouse, numero uno, the senior, at 6'2".
Forward, junior, wearing number 12, Trevor Lacer.
Travis Leiser, the 6'3 junior.
And wearing number 21, senior guard,
Miles Croshaw, the 5'10 senior, also getting the start for Mountain Crest. And they turn out the lights here in Millville.
The starting lineup for the Ridgeline Varsity basketball team, coached by the legend Kyle Day. And forward, number 3, senior.
Utah State-bound Will Booth, the 6'3 senior, will be getting the start tonight. He's going to Utah State playing football. And he's just broke into the starting lineup here at for the basketball team in the last couple of weeks. Peyton Knowles, he is the Swiss Army knife for this team. 13 points, nearly 7 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block and a half at 6'6". He's the senior. Jake Smith, another senior, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Caden Cox, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for the 6' senior. And the big guy, another senior, Josh Jackman, 11 points, just shy of 8 rebounds per game, and an assist. Comes in at 6'9". So they've got size. They've got perimeter play. They can score inside and out. Ridgeline's going to be a team to be reckoned with. Ray Robbins, number 5, is the other Mustang. He snuck past us. Robbins is 6'1 junior guard. And we're underway in Millville. Knowles is going to be checked by Lofthouse as they start out in man to the Mustangs. Rebound off the miss by Cox, taken by Jackman. He has it knocked away by Leiser. Leiser's one of those energy players, and it gets him in foul trouble sometimes, just like that one. He kind of reached in, maybe didn't need to, but he's always after that ball. And they're going to say it was a shooting foul. So Jackman gets free throws and he misses the first. Definite size advantage for Ridgeline. Second one good by Jackman. And Ridgeline on the board first as they decide to press. You see that quite a bit with the Riverhawks. They'll play a full court game. Croshaw gives it up to Lofthouse. Leiser looks for a cutter, and he's going to hand it to Croshaw. Lofthouse with Knowles defending him. Knowles does a good job, doesn't go for any pump fakes. Leiser gets Jackman up in the air, and then he misses. Rebounded by Jackman after it was knocked away by Knowles. Smith will back it out. Ridgeline runs their set. Cox steps inside, floated up, won't go. Rebounded by Jackman, puts it up Hangs on the rim and misses it. Gets his own rebound. Misses again. And now Knowles gets it. Straightaway three off to the left side. And Booth with another rebound. Mountain Crest finally corrals the rebound. It's Lofthouse who pulls it down. 4 or 5 chances there for Ridgeline, and they couldn't make the Mustangs pay. Ridgeline leads 1-0, and we've played about 90 seconds of this ball game. Lizer up top, has Lofthouse come get it. 18-footer, good. So Lofthouse off the dribble gives Mountain Crest the early lead at 2-1. 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. Knowles in the corner to Smith. He blows by Nethercott, lay it up and in. Hits the deck, no foul. Smith just blew right past the defense. 3 on the way from Lofthouse. Misses everything. Croshaw tried to throw it off of Cox, but it goes right into the hands of Smith, and we're going the other way. Down low to Jackman. Jackman backing in, turns to his left. Left-handed push shot is good. And Jackman making his presence known early. It's a 5-2 Ridgeline lead. Lofthouse zigged, and Lizer through the zag. And the ball goes out of bounds. First turnover of the ball game. And Ridgeline with a chance to add to that 5-2 lead with 5:15 to play in the first quarter. Cox shut off baseline by Croshaw. So they'll set it up again. Cox on the curl. Croshaw had a hold of him. He smiles, he knows it. I don't know if Croshaw had a hold of him or if Cox had a hold of Croshaw. Kind of pinned his arm. They run Cox all the way through baseline. Down low they go to Knowles, and Lofthouse fouls him. Third team foul on Mountain Crest. We've played 3 minutes and 3 seconds, so we'll foul a minute on the Mustangs. Here's Cox, a nice up and under move, and he puts it in. He's known for his three-point ability, but he can get things done in the paint as well. 7-2, and here's a steal by Booth. Ridgeline with the lead. Down low to Jackman. Lay it up and in. Easy does it. 5 for Jackman. Timeout. Mountain Crest is there behind 9-2 early. They took a 2-1 lead, and now it's been an 8-0 run by the Riverhawks to jump out to the 9-2 lead with 4:38 to play in the quarter. Well, it's February. That means it's all about the love, or in this case, the love seat. Why a love seat? You know, sometimes you have a smaller space, smaller family, smaller budget. The love seats make a lot of sense. They had high demand for couches at Palmer's Home Furnishing during the holiday season, so they're overstocked now on the love seats. They have no choice but to drop the price. Listen, I said drop the price. So in a day and age where the prices of everything are ridiculous and going up, they're dropping the prices of love seats at Palmer's Home Furnishings. They're just down the road from Ridgeline here, down in Providence. Palmer's Home Furnishings, one of our game sponsors. Jackman with 5 of the 9 Ridgeline points, and the Riverhawks apply some pressure. Croshaw is going to bring it across the timeline. Mountain Crest looking for a bucket in the worst way. They go low to Nethercott, and Lofthouse threw it late. He had him, and then he waited, and he threw it in late, and it's the third turnover of the quarter for the Mustangs. Knowles out to Jackman, 3 from the corner. Won't go, rebound chased down by Lofthouse. Mountain Crest on the move, Lofthouse in a hurry. Stopped by Knowles, and he has to pick up his dribble. And the Mustangs will run a set play. Lizer gets by Jackman. Jackman, good job to recover. Lizer Misses, gets it back. You tell Lizer was worried about the length of Jackman in there as Nethercott kisses it off the glass and in. 9-4 Ridgeline, 3.5 to play in the first quarter. That's a tall task in every sense of the word for Lizer, as he's going to be checking the 6'9 Jackman tonight. Miss by Smith, rebounded by Mountain Crest. And the Mustangs coming the other way, looking to cut into the lead, and they do as Smith ran into his own player and fell down. Nethercott on the cut. He's got 4 points. It's a 3-point ball game, 9-6. Ridgeline, and another foul on Mountain Crest. Their 4th of the quarter. Hunter Pugmire checks in for Lizer. Falslev. Carson Falslev comes in for Croshaw. Cox off the inbounds play, 3, won't go, a rebound. Grabbed by Falslev. The Mountain Crest Mustangs with a chance to tie it up or pull within a point. Lofthouse, pull up from 3. Too hard, rebound, Jackman blocks out. And here comes Cox the other way. No 3-pointers yet in this ball game. No made 3-pointers. Ridgeline's attempted 2. Strat Simmons in the game, hands it off to Cox. He's gonna back it out. Nice cut, nice pass. From Carson Cox to Peyton Knowles. Carson Cox, the younger brother of Caden Cox, and Coach Day told me they've started to use him a lot more, and he's got some good stuff going on in that second unit. They brought Simmons off the bench, and he said he works well. He and Simmons work well together, and it's given their second unit a little bit more punch. Another turnover for Mountain Crest, their 4th. Luke Sorensen's going to replace Jackman. Sorensen, a 6'6 junior. His dad, Ken, helps coach these Riverhawks. If I remember right, he was a pretty good player himself back at Logan. Back in the day, do we still say that? Is that still a phrase? Cox all the way to the rim, left-hand layup good. He dribbled through all sorts of traffic to get to the rim, and it's back out to a 13-6 lead for Ridgeline. 1.5 to play in the first quarter. Pugmire hands it off to Hunsaker, who just came into the ball game. Hunsaker, the sophomore, and foul called on Carson Cox, first of the night on Ridgeline. Nethercott has 4, Lofthouse has 2, and that's the extent of the scoring for Mountain Crest. It's been kind of one of their problems. They'll have stretches where they just can't put the ball in the bucket, and they're having one of those stretches right now. Cox, nice catch, back to Sorensen, and it's blocked away by Pugmire, and they call a foul. Oh, they're going to call it on Falslev. So Pugmire may have actually got the block, but Falslev got him on the arm on the other side, and Sorensen will go to the line with 1:10 to play in the first quarter and a 13-6 Ridgeline lead. Sorensen's first free throw crawls over the rim and in. One of 2 for Sorensen. It's an 8-point lead for Ridgeline. Pugmire finds Lofthouse. Lofthouse uses the Pugmire screen. Wanted to go down low to him, and then Pugmire tripped and fell down. Here's Nethercott as he looks up at the clock. 35 seconds to play in the quarter, and Lofthouse has it on the left side. Lofthouse going to take it himself. Knowles gets a piece of it. In it goes, and one. Knowles will pick up the foul. Lofthouse gets the bucket.
Preston Lofthouse with the basket and shooting the free throw.
Lofthouse leaves it short. It's a 6-point Ridgeline lead, 14-8 with 20 seconds to play in the first quarter here in Millville. Cox gets underneath, and he's fouled hard by Pugmire. Pugmire making sure that he doesn't hit the basket. Nice screen set high by Knowles. He had 2 Mustangs trying to fight through that, and he held them off. And Cox slipped through, got the pass. 5 points in the quarter for Cox. This is the second, and Sorensen's there for the rebound. Simmons looking at a 3, got it. First long ball of the game. And a steal right just before the buzzer, and Cox couldn't get it off before the buzzer, and Ridgeline leads 18-8 over Mountain Crest. You're watching the game of the week on the Valley Channel. Hey, the Factory Pizzeria has been a longtime sponsor of sports on the Valley Channel, and that's one of those great places to go watch a ball game, right? We've got the Super Bowl coming up in a couple of weeks. You had the playoffs just came through, the NBA and college basketball seasons in full swing, and you know, it's a great place to go watch a game. Great atmosphere, and we haven't even started to talk about the food yet. Pizza, wings, nachos. They got a little bit of everything down there. Fernando, he wants to personally thank the good folks at Cache Valley for supporting the Factory Pizzeria for over 35 years. They're open late after the game. Check them out, the Factory Pizzeria, one of our game sponsors. KSM Music's another one of our sponsors. Music is all that they do. You don't have to worry about going in there and trying to find something music related, but there's so much other junk you just can't figure out what you need to do. KSM Music is all they do. It's in the name. KSM Music, one of our game sponsors. We start the second quarter of play. Ridgeline leading Mountain Crest by 10, 18-8. Leiser with the turn, trying to get a little bit of space between himself and Sorensen, and a rebound foul. He missed it, got his own board. Got Sorensen to foul it. Leiser just a bundle of energy, man. When that kid cuts himself, Monster Energy drink comes out. Ball out of bounds, stays here. Mountain Crest led early, 2-1. And then Ridgeline went on a run and took over the lead, and this is their largest lead of the game. Mountain Crest cut the lead a couple of times, got as close as 4 before Ridgeline pushed it back out to a 10-point lead. Falsliff working on Noah White, who's in the ball game now. Boy, there's a lot of contact going on out there in this one. Rebounded and taken out of there by Ridgeline. 3 on the way. Good for Knowles. Knowles calmly stepped into that one. He's got 5 points. And the lead balloons to 21-8. Talking to Coach Kyle Day early in the season for Ridgeline, he said one of the things he's most excited about is the way his team plays defense. They defend well. We're seeing it tonight. Mountain Crest having a hard time getting a good look. And they've run a lot of man defense. taken away by Knowles, but a foul first. Who are they going to call it on? Knowles just reached in and grabbed it away, and they call it on Knowles. His second.
In for Ridgeline, number 20.
Ridgeline averages 63.5 points a game. They give up 51. Mountain Crest only scores 43.5, give up 54. 3 on the way for Hunsaker. Pretty shot as Hunsaker hits from long. 21-11. Sorensen had Carson Cox cutting, didn't see him. Now he ends up giving it to him. And Ridgeline's going big now with Jackman and Carson Cox and Sorensen in there. Simmons 3 won't go. Carson Cox with a rebound. Pogo stick it back up and in. Cox, a 6'4" sophomore, averaging just a bucket a game, but seeing a lot more time recently. Lofthouse pushes in against the tall Timbers. Can't get his shot to go on, an offensive foul on the rebound. Or rebound foul, I should say. Loose ball.
Checking in for Ridgeline.
On Weiser, that's his second. Caden Cox comes into the ball game, and Noah White takes a seat.
And number 21 for the Mustangs, Hunter Pugmire and Miles.
Pugmire and Croshaw come in for Mountain Crest. (23-11) Ridgeline. Their largest lead of the night's been 13. It's at 12 right now. Jackman working on Pugmire. To his left, turn in with the left hand, swing hook. He's got it. Jackman now with 7. And the biggest lead of the ball game for Ridgeline at 25-11. Pugmire, pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Scoots out, it's rebounded by Caden Cox. Stop, pop, miss. Croshaw takes the rebound away from Cox. And here's Lofthouse from the corner. 3 won't go, rebound foul Carson Cox. Just picked up his second. 5th team foul now on Ridgeline. Booth and Smith will replace Simmons and Carson Cox for Ridgeline. Ridgeline in white, Mountain Crest in black. Pugmire being smothered by Jackman. Lofthouse drifts across the lane, reaches back, misses, and rebounded by Sorensen. Smith has got the big man down low, Jackman. Jackman works inside, puts it up, leaves it short, fights for the rebound. Are we going to get a rebound foul, or are we going to get a jump ball? Let's see. They call a foul on Pugmire. For Pugmire, it's his second, and 1-1. The rest of the half is Mount Crest is over the limit. Booth sneaks in to try to steal that rebound, and the officials trying to decide whose it is, and they give it to Mountain Crest. Jackman misses the front end. Mountain Crest looking at some pressure. They trail 25-11. Only 3 points in the quarter for Mountain Crest. They scored 8 in the first quarter. Ridgeline's defense has been stifling. Knowles is back in there, and Sorensen takes the seat. Pugmire leaves it for Croshaw. Cox just about stole it away. Here's Hunsaker. Fires baseline, spins inside. Nobody and nothing there. Jackman's high post is, he's been checking Pugmire, and he kind of looks at him like, come at me, bro. Buckmeyer has to kick it out. Mountain Crest continues to look for an opening. Seeing if they can catch Ridgeline napping. 3:20 to play in the first half. Fade away by Lofthouse, and on the rebound, Puckmeyer stepped on the end line. Timeout Mountain Crest as they trail 25-11 with 3:15 to play in the first half. Hey, if you're planning on doing some car shopping, what do you need? Well, if you're like me, you just don't like car shopping. Nobody I know really likes it, right? They don't like dealing with the salespeople, and they just want to go look and check something out and then talk to somebody about it. Well, you're not going to have to take your dark clothes or your night vision goggles or anything like that if you go to Rich's Cars and Credit. You can come anytime. Nobody's going to hassle you. They'll leave the keys on top of the car so you can get in, check the interior, check the odometer, pop the hood, turn up the stereo, and decide what you're looking at there. It's hassle-free car shopping is their goal at Rich's Cars and Credit, one of our game sponsors. Hey, we need to talk about the logo shop. They're another one of our game sponsors. They'll logo hats, they'll logo shirts, they'll logo mugs. What else you got? Frisbees, blankets, backpacks. They'll put a logo on it. Thumb drives. They do awards, recognition. They'll do mouse pads, man. You name it, they can put your logo on it. So put your name, put your logo on anything. You can get it done at the logo shop. One of our game sponsors. 25-11 with 3 minutes to play in this first half. Ridgeline with the lead. Turning in to take it hard to the rim is Knowles, and he gets his arm grabbed by Lizer. That's going to be his third.
Heading to the free throw line, shooting free throws.
So Lizer going to have to go sit on the bench. Puckmeyer's going to come in for him as Knowles hits the free throw. Knowles with 6, looking for another.
Number 23.
Caden Hess, number 23, comes into the ball game for the first time. Hess, a sophomore, 6'6", trying to get a little bit more size out there to counter this big Ridgeline team. Knowles hits them both. He's got 7 points, and it's a 27-11 lead. Booth with the steal. 6 turnovers. 3 on the way. Got it. Caden Cox. 8 points for Cox, and just like that, it's a 30-11 ball game. Ridgeline breaking it open here late in the second quarter. Croshaw gets it across the timeline and past the pressure. The Mustangs have been stuck at 11 for a long time. 3 points this quarter for Mountain Crest. Croshaw, step back 3, too hard. Lofthouse taps the rebound to himself, but it hits the end line and goes out of bounds.
Number 5, Ray Robbins.
Robbins will come in for Croshaw. You got Lofthouse, the senior, and Croshaw, the senior, that play a lot for Mountain Crest, and you got a lot of underclassmen playing for the Mustangs. 2 minutes to play in the first half, 30-11. Ridgeline with the comfortable advantage over Mountain Crest. Cox looks in. Now they kick it back out to Booth. Does Knowles. The 3 won't go. Rebound knocked away from Lofthouse. And the official on the baseline says, it was off you, Knowles. Knowles said, hey, it's off 1. And she said, no, it's off you, 5. And she was right because the officials are always right. And I think she really was right in that case. A minute and a half to play in this first half. Robbins back to Nethercott. Nethercott drives baseline, ducks under Cox's arm, and lays it in. Nethercott with 6. 30-13. Step back three for Cox. It's a little bit short. Step back a half a step too far. Hunsaker's got a three in this quarter, and he doesn't look for anything there, as we're under a minute to play. Robbins in trouble, kicks it out to Nethercott. Coach Smith says, hey, back it out. Nethercott spins away, fires a three, short. Robbins, Knowles with a rebound, and Hess fouls him.
Payton at the free throw line.
So Knowles was 7. He's got 2 free throws coming here as it's double bonus. He hits the first. 3 for 3 from the line so far. Other games going on tonight. Logan is at Green Canyon and Skyview is at Bear River. Can we talk about Skyview? They've lost 4 in a row. When's the last time that happened? Knowles misses the second. Cox was waiting for that one. Steals it away. Up, under. Won't go. Free throw's coming. Who's the foul going to be on? It's on Lofthouse. It'll be his second. It's not.
Shooting free throws.
They're going to call it on Hunsaker. That's his first, and Caden Cox gets free throws. In the first meeting between these two teams, Mountain Crest shot 0 free throws. Ridgeline didn't shoot a lot, but Mountain Crest shot 0. Mountain Crest has 1 free throw tonight. Mountain Crest 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. This is number 13. Both good for Cox. 10 points for Caden Cox. Noah White into the ball game. I think he accepted an offer up to Utah State as well for football. .25 seconds to play in the quarter. It's 33-13. It was 10 points at the quarter. It's 20 points now. Lofthouse hits the deck. No foul called. His shot bounces around and out. And then he leaves the dime for Hess. 7 seconds. Booth gives it up to Smith. Baseline jumper from Jackman. Rims around, won't go. Tip in by Sorensen, rims out. And that's where we'll be as we head to the locker room. 33-15. Ridgeline leads Mountain Crest. You're listening to the Game of the Week. Coming out.
It's a different kind of outlook to be selfless as opposed to selfish. You become the most happy whenever you're less worried about yourself than you are somebody else. I want to excel at sports. I want to excel in the classroom. I want to excel in the community. So, I mean, the only way to truly excel is just give it your all. You know, give it your passion, give it your determination, and just do what you can do to make a positive impact.
Whatever Ian does, he does it all the way. Not only because of what he can do athletically, but he is a man of integrity. There have been many times in Ian's life where I think it would have been easy for him to roll over and give up.
Ian's freshman year, his father passed away.
Their dad was a really good person, but struggled with alcohol addiction.
You know, he wasn't a presence in my life, but I always kind of longed for him to be.
I don't think you ever played catch with your dad and never tossed a football around.
He could have easily gone down another path, but he chose not to.
I was determined to be my own person, regardless of who my father was.
And it just speaks volumes about his character and the resilience in him that, you know what, I'm gonna make myself who I wanna be in the future. And he's done that.
I see him both in the classroom, outside of the classroom, and in the community. And Ian is that quiet leader. I think that really epitomizes who Ian is as a person.
He is your prototypical offensive lineman. He knows he's not gonna get the headlines, and he's okay with that.
Whenever the play starts, I'm more concerned about the people behind me. My quarterback's health is obviously the most important thing to me, which reflects how I view life. I want to, give it my all for other people, not just myself.
You don't have to be the center of attention to be a successful cog in the wheel.
this ability to selflessly give and be willing to support, and not for the attention, but because it's the right thing to do, is a lesson all of us can learn.
You can overcome whatever you set your mind to. You just have to not dwell in what's wrong with your life. You just have to strive to be better, be more passionate, be determined, whether it's on the field or off the field.
Why are we starting to lose our hearing? Is it genetic? Is it environmental? What's happening to us?
There's many things. Genetics can take a part of it. Certain medications, ototoxic drugs, but most of it's just life, living in general. We go to a concert here, we go to a motorcycle rally, we ride a motorcycle, we're exposed to all these loud sounds, loud music, but it all takes a little bit of hearing, a little bit here, a little bit there. We don't notice it. It's so slowly happening, and it's painless, and over time just that little bit compounds, and pretty soon we have a significant hearing loss that's affecting our ability to communicate with our loved ones.
If you are experiencing any kind of problem, be you my age or be you younger, why don't you give Dr. Daines a call here at Cache Valley Hearing? Tell us where we are, Dr. Daines, and how they can get hold of you.
We're at 485 North Main Street in Logan, and you can just give us a call at 435-753-4327. We're at 753-HEAR here.
Okay, well that's a good, that's very apt. Yeah, I should say so. Any kind of hearing loss, and literally, please don't let this feeling of embarrassment or it not being manly or cool, that's a bit dim. You shouldn't be embarrassed about something that is a natural aging process.
It's actually more noticeable when you don't hear and have to have people repeat themselves.
That's true. And extremely irritating for those around you that are having to repeat it time and time again. Thanks so much, Dr. Daines. And seriously, guys, give Dr. Daines a call. Your hearing problems will be solved. Thanks, Dr. Daines.
Many of you know that I grew up playing high school sports, and it was a big part of my life. We go to school and we learn about math and science and reading and all those things, and for me, the extracurricular activities helped me to focus myself and do well in those as well. I played high school football and basketball back at Logan High School, late 80s. I graduated in 90. Many of you may know that that happens to be the 2 years that Logan High School took state in football my junior and senior year. And I remember back when I was a junior, our first 2 games in the fall of 1988, we actually lost, one to Box Elder and one to Roy, both in very close games. And I remember we walked off the field that day, we were 0-2, and as a team we were facing a great deal of adversity. And high school sports was probably one of my first opportunities to deal with adversity and realize that life didn't end because we lost a couple of games. And I remember someone in the locker room talking about how does 11-2 sound? And as a team, we kind of rallied around the idea that we could still be 11-2 and still win the state championship and get past those early setbacks. Expectations that year were extremely high. Both the senior class and our junior class had gone undefeated as freshmen. The expectation was that we were going to win a lot of games and win state. When we lost those first 2, it felt like things weren't coming together the way they needed to. But it was nice to see that the guys on the team rally together, battle through the adversity, and kind of find a common goal to start winning games. And by the end of that season, we were 11-2. Obviously, we won the region, we won the state championship. And by the end of the year, I think the state championship score was 44-12. So as a team, we grew together, and we really became, I know it's kind of cliche, but we became a band of brothers where we fought for each other and realized that we could overcome anything that came our way. As I look at some of the high school sporting challenges that I had, I realize how it's helped me in business today. Every day, maybe not every day, but frequently in our business, we'll have some things that maybe don't go our way. And I think high school sports helped me to realize that, you know what, that the day doesn't end there. You have to kind of work through things and overcome those things. And when you get through those things, you become a better person, and you realize that you can learn and grow from adversity and not let it be something that overcomes you and turns you negative, but it can turn into a positive. I learned to play in a team game, you know, that together we could play as teammates, and we could build and grow together, and realized that I relied on other people to help me get tasks done. And as I've obviously in business, I rely on people on our team to get their job done to accomplish a common goal. And so I think the high school sports and playing on team sports helped me to grow and learn how to be a good teammate and how to be a supportive teammate, help my teammates grow as well as we battle through. So I'm a big fan of high school sports. I've always loved the character that they can build. I like how, you know, there's at times you feel like you want to quit or you don't want to go move forward, and high school sports helps you to realize that you can continue to move forward and not quit. And even though the chips are down, you continue to battle, and you continue to build, and you continue to grow on what you've done in the past, and look for brighter days ahead, even when things may be challenging. This is why here at Rich's Cars and Credit, we support high school sports.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's way better than fast food, it's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings, our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company, privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit, good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden, growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. KSM means music, music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria, we're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station, for over 30 years. Back at Ridgeline High School, Eric Olson along with you as we get ready to start the second half. We're about a minute away from the second half getting underway, and Ridgeline leads Mountain Crest 33-15. A couple of other scores of note for you in region play. Logan and Green Canyon. Green Canyon leads Logan 39-32 at the half. And Skyview leads Bear River. They're over in Garland. Skyview leading Bear River 25-23 in a very low-scoring first half. Skyview with that lead over there. In this one tonight, Mountain Crest was led by Oliver Nethercott. He had 6 points, 4 for Preston Lofthouse, 3 for Hunsaker off the bench, and 2 for Hess off the bench. And that was it for Mountain Crest. For Ridgeline, 10 for Caden Cox. Booth didn't score. 8 for Knowles. 7 for Josh Jackman. 2 for Jake Smith. 2 for Carson Cox off the bench. 3 for Strat Simmons off the bench. And Luke Sorensen with a free throw off the bench. But the story of that first half was the Ridgeline defense. I mean, they just were smothering Mountain Crest. Mountain Crest, it wasn't so much that, I mean, they missed some shots, but they had to take not great shots. They just couldn't get a look. The Ridgeline defense was nasty. And Ridgeline leading 33-15 gets the ball to start the second half. Cox off the curl, Booth in the corner, 3 on the way and good. Booth gets on the board and makes it a 36-15 ball game. Now my stats beyond the scoring are very unofficial, but I have 0 turnovers for Ridgeline in that first half. 6 for Mountain Crest. And Ridgeline with a lot of free throws as well. Mountain Crest with 1. Out of bounds off of Knowles. 13 free throws for Ridgeline in that first half. They're 8 of 13 from the line. Robbins gets it in to Lofthouse. He was behind the backboard, and he put it up and hit the side of the backboard, and Knowles tore it down. And Ridgeline with a chance to really run away and hide here in the early going of this second half, as they lead it by 21. Cox down the lane, kicks it out to Booth. 3 on the way, this one no good. He hit the first one he tried in the half, misses this one, and Lofthouse tracks down the board. Lofthouse runs into Knowles and hands it back to Croshaw. Croshaw asking for the wings to come up a little. Gives it off to Robbins. Now here's Lofthouse. Croshaw cut through, but Jackman did a good job of seeing him and stepping down and cutting off the passing lane. Robbins steps into a double team. Now they back off of it. Hess gets the start in this second half. Leiser has foul trouble. And the foul is on Booth. She said 2, but there isn't a 2. Booth was the one defending there. Speaking of Booth, he just about comes up with the steal. Back cut and Lofthouse. He can't handle it. He tries to save it back in off of Knowles. Knowles grabs it, but he was stepping on the end line when he did. Mountain Crest will try again. Lofthouse. Bucket's good. Preston Lofthouse elevates and gets the first bucket of the second half for Mountain Crest, 36-17. Down low to Knowles. He backs into his left, puts it up, short, rebound. Knowles put it back, he's fouled. Boy, Lofthouse got a lot of basketball. And that's not how the official on the baseline saw it. She calls the foul on Lofthouse. His second, and Knowles goes to the line. Knowles is 3 out of 4 from the free throw line tonight. He takes 8 points with him. He used every bit of the rim for that one. Croshaw will sit, and Hunsaker back into the ball game. Hunsaker just a sophomore. A pretty good shooter. You'd like to see him get some more looks if you're a Mountain Crest fan. 1 of 2 for Knowles, and it's a 20-point lead at 37-17. Ridgeline in control. They've been in control most of the game. They broke it open with a late run in the second quarter. They've led all but just for a couple of minutes at early going when Mountain Crest led 2-1. And it's been all Ridgeline ever since. Mountain Crest cut it to 4 in that second quarter at one point, and then Ridgeline pushed it back out to a double-digit lead in a hurry. Nethercott scoops it up and under. 2 defenders there, and who's the foul going to be on? They're going to call it on Cox. He doesn't like it. I don't know if he doesn't like the call or he just knew that he fouled him and doesn't like that he fouled him. That Cox family has a competitive streak a mile long. As Nethercott hits the first free throw. Grandpa Dan, coach out at Mountain Crest for so many years. Took the Mustangs to a couple of state title games. Nethercott hits them both. Travis and Justin, his sons that played at Mountain Crest. Travis played at Utah State and coached the football team to a state title this year. Travis is super competitive. Caden's kept that family gene going. Who's the foul on? I call on Hess. His second. You have to go way out front to Booth to get it in bounds. 18-point lead for Ridgeline. Jackman leaves it for Smith. Lay it up and in. Nice play. Give and go. Smith with 4. And it's back out to a 20-point lead for the Riverhawks. So we approach the halfway point of this third quarter. Ball out of bounds off of Mountain Crest. Hunsaker got bumped and he dropped the ball off to his foot and kicked it out of bounds. Lizer will come in. He didn't start the second half with foul trouble. And Travis Lizer has 3 fouls. He's on the floor now, and Hess sits. And Lizer gets to check the 6'9" Jackman. Boy, Robbins gets a quick whistle. That's the 3rd team foul on Mountain Crest. And Falslip replaces Robbins. Smith with the ball in from the corner. Out front to Cox. Pull up. Bang. Barely rippled the net. He looked right in the defender's eye and said, I got it. And Lizer nearly throws it out of bounds, and then he's worried about throwing it out of bounds and doesn't chase it down. He gets called for the foul at the other end, and Cox is hurt. He's grabbing his hand and wrist. As he went down hard, Lizer knocked him down. And he was holding that wrist and rolling around. It's his left wrist. The trainer ran right over there. He's up now. Coach Day at the timeout as he comes to the bench says, you okay? He says, yeah, I am. Lizer just picked up his 4th. And a timeout on the floor. Custom Fence is one of our game sponsors. They have the most experience around. There's all sorts of companies that just kind of pop up and little small outfits, and you know, that's fine. Some of them do a really good job, but Custom Fence has almost 60 years experience, 25,000 plus fences built, and they can help you do it right. They do residential, commercial, specialty. You can schedule a free estimate, go online to schedule a free estimate for whatever job you've got for them. Custom Fence, one of our game sponsors. We got to talk about Who Hot. They're right down the road here at 660 South Main. You can do anything you want in there. You go in there, if you've never been, they've got the meats, they've got the vegetables, they got the noodles or the rice, whatever. You put it all in the bowl, you take it over, and then there's this whole other big cart that's got all these different sauces and things that you put on it. And you can mix those all up for your own tastes. If you like it spicy, you get it spicy. If you like it just garlicky, you can get that one too. You can get whatever you want. You take it up there, they cook it up for you there. And that Mongolian style barbecue at Who Hot. All you can eat. Do I need to say anymore? Who Hot, one of our game sponsors. So Cox gets up after the timeout and hits 2 free throws. And he's nearly at his average. He's 15 points. He averages just a shade under 16. And it's a 44-19 Ridgeline lead. Long 3 on the way. Off the back of the iron by Falslip. Rebounded by Jackman. Simmons backs it out. 25-point Mountain Crest lead, or excuse me, Ridgeline lead. Jackman to the rim, left side, puts it up and in. Jackman with 9. 13-4 in this third quarter, the scoring. Ridgeline outscoring Mountain Crest to blow it wide open. They led by 18 at the half. It's 27 now. I don't think we're going to see a crazy finish like we saw last week at Skyview. Skyview with the 15-point lead going into the fourth, and Ridgeline outscoring them, 34-11, I think, and getting the 8-point win. Long three by Falslip, good. Falslip gets on the board. And with just over 2 minutes to play in the third quarter, it's 46-22. Knowles score it. Nice look by Jackman, he leaves the dime. And Knowles with 11. Lofthouse, left hand, puts it in.
That's a good Preston Lofthouse.
Lofthouse with 8. Ridgeline's doubled up Mountain Crest, 48-24. A minute and a half to play in the third. Carson Cox with the ball. Caden's younger brother, the sophomore, had a good JV game, then comes in and pops that one. He's got 4. And a steal at the other end. Tries a little up and under, and he can't get it to go, and it goes out of bounds. Mountain Crest basketball.
Checking in, number 2, Isaac Valentine.
Riley Garvert comes into the ball game for Ridgeline, replacing Jackman.
Onto the floor for the Riverhawks.
With a 26-point lead and 1:10 to play in the third quarter. Coach Day going to the bench a little bit. 3 on the way, Lofthouse, good. Lofthouse with 7 in the quarter, 11 for the game. And it's 50-27 with 1 minute to play in the third quarter. Mountain Crest lost to Logan 61-44 on Wednesday. We saw them beat Logan in a game of the week. Lofthouse had 21 in that one, 4 3-pointers. Nethercott with 16. Ridgeline beat Skyview on Wednesday 68-50, getting some modicum of revenge for the 8-point overtime loss earlier. Cox had 3 3-pointers in that game, 16 points, 9 threes for Ridgeline as a team in that ball game. Knowles, check out this line, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Jackman went 11 of 9. Well, Mountain Crest has started to hit some shots, but it's still a big lead for Ridgeline. Here's a steal. Foul called. They call a foul on Simmons, or they say stepped out of bounds. Either way, it's a turnover. Yeah, it's on Simmons. Third foul on Ridgeline. 50-27, Ridgeline with the lead. .35 seconds to play in the third quarter, and another quick whistle. Garvert gets the foul call. Now both teams with 4 team fouls in this third quarter. It's an 18-point ball game. So Mountain Crest has cut into that lead. Did I say 18? I meant 23. Math is hard. Lofthouse works his way in and misses. Rebounded by Ridgeline. Here's Cox all the way to the rim. Laid up, miss it. Knowles with the follow. looked like Carson Cox, but it was Knowles with the follow, and it couldn't quite get it in. At the buzzer, shot won't go, so they're hollering at Isaac Valentine. Hey, clock's running down, and that's the end of the quarter, 50-27. As we go to the fourth, you're watching the game of the week on the Valley Channel. Dr. Paul Danes is a board-certified audiologist. If you're having trouble, if you got loved ones telling you that they're talking to you all the time and you're not hearing it, and you know you're not ignoring them, and they're saying, hey, we're talking to you, can you hear us? Or if you have a loved one that's doing that, you probably need to go see Dr. Paul Danes at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, board-certified audiologist. It's a huge decision. You got to get the hearing aids that are right for the person. It can make their life so much better, and you need to go see a professional to do it. Dr. Paul Danes is the man for the job. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, one of our game sponsors. Anderson Seed and Garden, is another one of our sponsors. If you're wondering what's the right time to start doing things, we're only a few weeks away from getting some of those early season things in the ground. You're wondering what to do. If you're a first timer, you're new to Cache Valley, especially and how it works around here with our climate, go see the folks or call them up at Anderson's Seed and Garden, one of our game sponsors. Start the fourth quarter with Mountain Crest trailing 50-27. Shot won't go for the Mustangs. It's rebounded by Knowles, and then he's fouled. See who they called that on. Garrett Austin, who's in the ball game now, number 3 for Mountain Crest. Simmons 3, short. Rebound still alive, and Lofthouse tracks it down. Lofthouse tried to whip it down low, and it got knocked back clear into the back court. Falsliv went and got it. Valentine turns the corner and loses the ball. 9 turnovers. Here's Knowles. Throw it down! You can see him getting his steps right for it, and he makes it a 25-point ball game. Falsliv's 3. Got another one. Falsliv with 2 3-pointers. Here in this second half, his 3 misses for Ridgeline. Knowles, the only starter out there for Ridgeline.
Falsliv on the last basket for the Mustangs. Into the ballgame, Joseph
Hunsaker is going to replace Austin.
Checks in for the Riverhawks.
Lofthouse and Nethercott, the only starters out there for Mountain Crest. There's Valentine. Hunsaker gets a step on Carson Cox and 1.
Joe Hunsaker with the layup and getting fouled, going to the free throw line shooting.
Booth going to check back in.
Checking in, Will Booth for the Riverhawks.
Ridgeline outscored Mountain Crest 17-12 in that third quarter. Hunsaker misses, ball out of bounds, stays here as it goes off of Sorensen. It was only the 4th free throw of the game for Mountain Crest. They're 2 for 4 from the line. Way out front they go to Hunsaker. Now there's no starters on the floor for Ridgeline. High off the glass, shot from Nethercott won't go. Garvert with the rebound, and he'll bring it across the timeline with 6 minutes left in a 52-32 ball game. Underneath, Booth turns it over. It wasn't Booth, it was White. 3 on the way. Won't go. That was a bit of a heat check as he was drifting to his left was Falslev. He hit a couple. Booth saves it in. Now he's got it in the corner. 3 from Booth is good. Back out to a 23-point lead. Lofthouse 3. Off to the left. Ridgeline runs. White. Back to Simmons. Simmons in the paint, lets the defense go by. Hunsaker swats him. Booth, 3. Too hard. Falslev has it knocked away by White. And then a foul, and Falslev's twisted his ankle. They're gonna call the foul on Falslev. Yes, they do. His second. Falslev's gonna have to come out.
And Jake Smith for the Riverhawks.
Mountain Crest, I got a 35 out there who's not on my roster. So 35, apologies in advance. Or more like 35's mom if you watch this and he makes a play. Apologies in advance. It's not on our roster. Ridgeline with the 55-32 lead and 4.5 to play in this ball game. Booth's hit a couple of three-pointers here in this second half. He gives it up. Jake Smith, here's a 3 on the way by Garver, and it won't go. Booth saves it right back into Hunsaker. Mount Crest has numbers, but Hunsaker dribbles it off his foot. Lofthouse is there to pick it up. Lofthouse, 3, rims around and out. A shove on the rebound by the aforementioned 35. And he picks up a foul. And that's going to be free throws at the other end. Free throws for both teams the rest of the way. That's the 7th team foul on Mountain Crest. Ridgeline has 6.
Noah White.
And Noah White will go to the free throw line.
Number 2, checking in Isaac.
Next week, we're at Logan, the oldest rivalry in the Valley going on. Skyview at Logan on the 11th. And then it's the playoffs. We'll talk about that here in just a moment as White's free throw misses. It's rebounded by Valentine. Valentine spins left, right-hand shot goes. He's on the board. Smith will go to the free throw line as he's fouled on his way in. So the new RPI is out. Snow Canyon still number 1. Dixie number 2. Ridgeline has moved up into the number 3 spot. Skyview number 4. Crimson Cliffs 5. Green Canyon 6. Hurricane 7. Cedar 8. Pineview 9 as Smith on the 1-and-1 misses. Bear River, Desert Hills, Logan, and Mountain Crest round out the rest of the RPI. What does that have to do anything with anything? We'll tell you the next stoppage of play. The playoff seedings are determined by the RPI. Lofthouse in the key, gets rid of it and then gets out. And he resets, going against Sorensen. Puts a shoulder into him, turns in, misses, but Sorensen fouls him. After 2 missed free throws at the other end, or a missed free throw at the other end, Lofthouse will go to the line at this end. For 2, and he hits the first. He's got 12. Averaging 15 points and 5 rebounds a game is Lofthouse. At 6'2", he does a little bit of everything. Second one won't go. back to that RPI. The top 3 spots as Sorensen hits, the top 3 spots get a bye in the first round of the playoffs. And after the Sorensen bucket, a timeout called, a 30-second timeout. That gives us a chance to mention our friends at the Old Grist Mill. Where do you, Old Grist Mill? You do it at work, you do it on a hike, or you're skiing, or you're heading to the lake, at the ball game, wherever you go, you can Old Grist Mill. Nothing like a sandwich there. They got a custom sack lunch. You say how you want it built, they'll build the sandwich your way. A homemade sandwich, drink, and a treat on the go. That's Old Grist Mill.
On the corner, we have
back to that RPI. Top 3 get a bye. So Snow Canyon, Dixie, and Ridgeline would get a bye if the playoffs started today, which they don't. But Mountain Crest would be playing at Skyview, and Desert Hills would be playing at Green Canyon. That would be your first round games on the 18th. Again, if the playoffs were to start after tonight's games, or actually today, because this can all change depending on what happens tonight. Zach Skinner into the ball game now for Ridgeline. They lead 57-35, and benches are coming into play now. Garvert with the 3. Robbins turns the corner on Sorensen, won't go, rebounded by Hess, he puts it up and in. And Hess will go to the free throw line.
Shooting 1 will be number 23, Caden Hess.
For Ridgeline.
Number 30, Garrett Austin, and for the Riverhawks, number 35, Jake Ellis.
Jake Alice, Jagger Frankham, Grady Workman, and Creighton Jenks all in there for Ridgeline. The free throw won't go for Mountain Crest in the last 2 minutes. Ridgeline emptying out the bench as they lead 60-37. Alice will go to the free throw line as he's fouled. It's Croshaw, Valentine, Hess, Austin for Mountain Crest. Alice hits the first. After the first round home games in the playoffs, the rest of the tourney's down at Dixie State on the 21st and the 21st through the 23rd of February. So basketball season winding down. Hess with a nice up and under move. He's got 6 points in the ball game. 62-39, 1:40 to play. Ridgeline with the lead, and the air ball by Workman. And Mountain Crest with the ball again. I think Austin's got a bloody nose, and so they're going to make him step off. Pugmire will have to come back out. I don't know if it's bloody nose or what. Let's see. He's got blood somewhere, and they're working on it. I asked Coach Kyle Day about the shot clock. I've been asking all these coaches about what they think about the shot clock that's going to be implemented next season. A 35-second shot clock through all levels of basketball in Utah high schools. He loves it. He says, you know, there's the obvious stuff about teams can't just kind of milk clock now. Foul called on Frankham. Frankham, the big sophomore, sends Pugmire to the line. But he said some of the subtle changes in the game will be what'll be fun to watch. He said, you know, the 2-for-1s at the end of the quarter. The old fogies can remember John Stockton was a master at that for the Jazz, coming down with toward the end of a quarter and hurrying and taking a shot, and then you get 2 shots in the last few seconds of the shot clock, 2 possessions. He says those 2-for-1s can be good. He said guarding for 35 seconds, maybe you can do some different things. You're gonna have to do some different things. You don't have to guard somebody for a minute or 2 minutes. We'll have to see what kind of things we can do defensively with that shot clock and 35 seconds for the offense to work. So I've talked to every coach in Cache Valley about it except for Chandler Smith, and they've all been really receptive, and I think it's a positive thing. Missed shots on either end, and with 45 seconds to play in the ballgame, Zach Skinner works against Valentine. Skinner not really looking for anything. Well, they take it downstairs to Alice, and he bounces it off his foot. Saved and bounced by Jinx, and knocked away from Alice by Hess. 20 seconds to play in the ball game. 62-41, Ridgeline. The 3 on the way and good by Valentine. Mountain Crest lost to Ridgeline the first time around by 17, and they're going to lose this time around. It was the last time it was 63-46. This one's 62-44. Similar games. It was the defense for Ridgeline that did the job, and Ridgeline moves to 7-1 on the season in region play. Mountain Crest falls to 2-6. We hope you enjoyed the game of the week. We'll see you next time on the Valley Channel. The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's way better than fast food, it's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings, our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company, privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit, good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden, growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. KSM means music, music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria, we're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years.